Hi, I'm Chef Gail Sokol and welcome to my kitchen. You know, sometimes I have a yen for chocolate cake. But you know what? I don't want to make a chocolate cake. I don't want to go through the effort of making a chocolate cake. And you heard it from me. And I love chocolate cake. And I love making chocolate cake. But sometimes I just want to get to it. And I want to make something fast. And I want to make something delicious and chocolatey. And that's what we're going to do today. We are going to make double chocolate fudge muffins that you can have in the oven, and I kid you not, in 15 minutes or less. All right, they do take 20 minutes to bake, so I lied. But that's hands-off time, right? So they're amazing. You're going to want to stick around. But before we get started, please click that notification button. Come on, be a subscriber. You know you're going to want to see all my tips and videos, especially after this one. This is awesome. I have a bag of these in my freezer at all times. You pop one in the microwave and it's like fresh, warm chocolate cake. And you put a little ice cream on it. Ay, 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 it's so delicious. All right, let's get started. So I have 12 standard muffin tins sprayed with nonstick cooking spray. And I have half a cup of mini chocolate chips that are in the weighting so that we can sprinkle them on top of our muffins before we go into the oven. Now, this is the muffin method of mixing. The muffin method of mixing. 2 bowls, 1 liquid ingredients, 1 dry ingredients. You got muffins, baby. All right, you add one to the other, done. All right, let's start with the dry. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and then I have 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and I have half a teaspoon of salt. In with the flour, all right? And then I have our first chocolate. I'm introducing you to unsweetened cocoa powder, and this is naturally acidic, and it's going to actually have a reaction with the baking soda, because the baking soda is looking for an acid to create what's known as a neutralization reaction. And it's going to form carbon dioxide bubbles and help our beautiful, beautiful muffins to rise. So I just put in 2/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder and half a cup of granulated sugar. And it's not that sweet. These are not that sweet. So this is our first type of chocolate, so that's the cocoa powder. And we are going to add semi-sweet chocolate chips, the big kind, you know, the standard size kind, not the mini chips. But for the top, got to have mini. Mini, 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 and they're amazing. And if you eat one warm and the mini ones melt all over your lips, you look like you have like chocolate lipstick. Yum. So I'm going to whisk this up really, really well. All right. Really, really well. I'm going to borrow my whisk for my my wet ingredients. So here I have 1 1/3 cups of milk. I like to use whole milk. You can use any type of milk you want. Oat milk, you can use skim milk, you can use lactate milk, whatever you want. All right, I have 2 large eggs, the whole egg. All right, putting that right in there. I have 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. I like canola oil. Use whatever oil you want. Could be coconut oil, could be any neutral oil that you like. And a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Make sure it's the pure vanilla. All right, and then I'm going to just whisk this up. Just gently whisk it up. And then you're going to put your whisk away. Because once you're making, this is known as a quick bread. Any type of muffin is a quick bread. Once you add your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients, and some of these are water-based, right? The milk and the eggs have some water in them. You're going to create some gluten. So you want to make sure that you do not form too much gluten. So use a rubber spatula, and we're going to go easy on the mixing just until combined. All right, just until the ingredients are combined. Now, in the meantime, I have preheated my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. 400, and make sure that you bake them in the middle, on the middle rack. And if the top rack is too low and it's not going to give your muffins room to grow, remove that top rack. Get rid of it. Put it out on your countertop. put it in someplace else until your muffins come out of the oven. Because you do not want to stunt the growth of these muffins, baby. These are awesome. All right, so now we're going to fold or gently mix. Folding is sort of a different term that I usually use when I make meringue. So I'm just going to gently mix the liquid with the dry and get that in there. Just mix it up. Do not over mix. Just want to make sure everything is combined. You don't want to see any dry ingredients. You don't want to see any egg. You don't want to identify any of the ingredients by name. They should all be blended in. And I'm just about there. This is going to make 12 muffins, 12 standard muffins. All right, now in the meantime, half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, the normal size chocolate chips. They do make like a gigantic size ones. If you want to use those, you can. But these actually work very nicely. But if you're a chocolate lover, like I am, can never have too much chocolate. All right, so we're ready to go. This is our beautiful batter. So now I'm going to bring my sprayed with nonstick cooking spray 12 muffin tins. I have sprayed my ice cream scooper, all right? And I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a scoop like I'm scooping up ice cream. And I may come back to add a little more and top this one off, but I want to make sure I get around to filling all of these. These should make 12. So what I like to do is fill them up because you want them to have that hump like a camel, because that's what makes these so amazing. They're not, we don't want flat top muffins. Forget that. I want a nice, yummy hump on those. They're delicious like that. And they look more impressive, I think. And no liners, if you notice, right? I don't like muffin tin liners. I just don't. Because the muffin is confined to just going up as high as that liner. And I like them to go bigger. Go big or go home, right? So now I'm just going to swap this out. And then we may add a little bit more. I have made these enough that I know they make exactly 12. Exactly 12. And the cooking spray is wearing off, but that's okay. We will get the job done. If you don't have an ice cream scooper, just use a spoon and a rubber spatula. It's not a problem. It will work. And as I get down to the bare bones here, I will probably need to use my rubber spatula to scrape out the bowl and fill my ice cream scoop, which I will proudly do. All right. I'm going to put a little bit more in that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And just sort of top it off. There you go. All right. Let's get this in. These are going to bake for 20 minutes, and you got muffins. That's it. There is no tricks here. I am not a trickster. I am not a huckster. I'm a muffin maker, and I love them. And if you have a yen for, like I said, rich, chocolatey fudge cake, this is love, love, love. All right, see how I used up all my batter? And if you look and see if there's any slackers around that don't have enough, well, guess what? Give them a little more, because this is going to make exactly that. Let's see if this guy can have a little more. And don't worry about it. These are not, you can't really overflow these. These are exactly the amount you want. So it makes exactly 12. I am not exaggerating. I am the real deal here. All right, I am the real deal. Let's give a little one to this one. 400 degrees, 20 minutes until a small sharp knife comes out clean, but we're not done yet. Oh no. Mini chocolate chips. Just give them a sprinkle. Just give them a scatter. give them a little scatter all around. Don't put them on after they come out of the oven because they'll melt on them and you won't get the same result that you want, but they will stay as chips when they come out. And they look like they're studded with them, okay, like stud muffins. Oh, get it? Stud muffins? I like that. I have to remember that. I like it. And if you don't use all the chips, you can just eat them. Just eat them or come up with another use for your mini chips. There you go. I think that's plenty. 400 degrees, 20 minutes, and we got muffins. So my double chocolate fudge muffins just came out of the oven. After exactly 20 minutes, I put a small sharp knife in the center of one. It came out clean. And when you feel it, it's pretty firm. Muffins are pretty firm. And they are amazing. The whole kitchen smells like chocolate. It smells awesome. And these muffins warm or popped in the microwave with a little ice cream or whipped cream or some sliced strawberries will actually knock your socks off. And you will say, chocolate cake? What chocolate cake? Who needs chocolate cake? Because I have double chocolate fudge muffins. And I want to thank my subscriber, Mary, who asked me for an idea like this. And it was fun, Mary. Thank you. Be a subscriber. See you next time.